Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to log in to your Hatchet Summer Reading account and how to leave a comment, the first of several things that we'll do together this summer on our blog. Let's get started. Notice that if you type into your search box kidblog.org/Hatchet Summer Reading, you'll see the page in front of you. Now don't worry about these visitor stats, parents. That just means that approximately 90 people have searched Hatchet Summer Reading and come across our blog. However, all they'll see is what you see in front of you. They'll see the title of the post, the date that it was made, and who made it, and how many comments have been made. What they cannot do is actually read the post. Notice that right now I'm not logged in because I haven't clicked on the login button. So if I'm just a random visitor and I say, I want to read what that post is about, and I click on the welcome button, it says, you must log in to read this post. Therefore, any visitors to the page who are not part of our class blogging experience will not be able to see our post. So we have to log in. Let's start there. In this top right hand corner you see the login button. Click on this. Then what I have done is entered in profiles for each of the people who will be participating in our blog. So you'll find your name in the list of profiles. There's myself, Jack of course, and then there's Mary Shelton 1. This is my student profile. This means that whenever I give a tutorial video on how to do something, I'll do it from the Mary Shelton 1 profile so that you can see what your student is going to see when they log in. The very first thing I'm going to do is choose my name. Now I have set up a password for everyone, but the best thing for you to do is to email me your email address so that you can change your password to something that you'll remember. It'll show up in your profile and you can change your password as many times as you want. So remember, to get your own unique password or to set it up to something that you and your student will remember, you'll want to send me an email address so that I can add that to your profile. Then you'll just select your name the first time, come down here to lost your password, and it'll ask you for that email address and it'll send an email to reset your password there. So let's see what that looks like. I'm just going to pretend that I forgot my password. I didn't. But for learning purposes, I'm going to click on Lost Your Password, put in the email address I want it sent to. This should match up with the email address that you send me as part of your profile, and click Get New Password. Now I have to check my email for my confirmation link. I go here, notice I've done this a couple of times before, and I click on Password Reset Confirmation. Click on the link to reset my password, and I'm going to enter in my new password. And then click Reset Password. All done. Now, parents, when you log in, this is your student's dashboard. This is what they see every time that they log in. In order to get to the class blog, or that screen that we saw before, they have to go to Class Blogs. They click on this button, and it takes us back to that earlier page. If we ever want to monitor how much time our student has spent on the blog, we can go to the control panel here, and this right here will tell us their blog activity. 0 published posts, 0 drafts, 0 comments, and 0 comments for me. Comments for me are when students post on the page and then other students leave comments. Today your job is to leave a comment for our very first post that's out there. So let's see how we're going to do that. Let's go back to our Go to Class Blogs so we can see that page again. Now when we click on this welcome, the title of our most recent post, it's going to actually take us to the post. And here's what it said. I'm happy to welcome you to the summer reading blog for Hatchet. We will have several opportunities for students to respond and to post a discussion questions, but all students are encouraged to post their own thoughts as they read through the novel as well. The purpose is to allow students to reflect on their reading and participate in collaborative discussions with other classmates. If you ever have any questions, you can feel free to email me at, and I've given you my email address. So I want to leave a comment. Your job when you leave your very first comment is just to tell me that you were able to log in. This is just going to let me know that you haven't had any trouble. If I notice after a day or two that you haven't logged in, I may shoot your parents an email and ask if they're still participating or if they have any questions that they need answered to help you better facilitate your first comment. So this comment's not going to be very long. I might just say, hey guys, I made it to the blog. Let's get started reading. Now, you'll notice that you have several options up here. These options are things like leave an image. If I wanted to update an image, I could type in the URL of the image. Not right now. If I wanted to add in a link, I could do that just simply by adding in a link, copying and pasting from the web page directly in here, and then hitting OK. If I wanted to add in a block quote, maybe you're using something from the book. If I ever asked you, find me a line in the book that really stood out to you, or find me a line in the book that shows a lot of tension or a lot of anger or fear on the character's part, you might use this block quote. All that's going to do is set it off so that I know that that piece of text in your comment came from the book. You might want to highlight a word and italicize it. You might want to highlight the same word because it's a really important word and make it bold. You'll notice right here it kind of gives you the code, but when we hit submit comment, what I'm going to see is this right here. Hey guys, I made it to the blog. Let's get started reading. At this point, you can edit your blog or your comment, or you can delete it. And that's it. It's awaiting moderation. What does that mean, awaiting moderation? That means that every time you post to the blog or you may leave a comment, I'm going to see it first. I'm going to look at your comments, make sure that they're nice and appropriate, or look at your post and make sure that you understood what I was asking you to do or answer before I post it to the blog. I'm doing this so that no one has the opportunity to say anything that's wrong or lead other students astray in their reading. I also do this just because, as nice as you guys are, sometimes you might say something that, well, we don't need to share with everybody. So I might not post that to the wall. So once I've left my comment, if I go back up here to the control panel, I can see my most recent comment. Hey guys, I made it to the blog. Let's get started reading. I can again edit my comment. I can trash it, which means I just throw it away. Or I can just leave it. And then when I as the teacher come in and look for comments, you'll be able to see it. What is that going to look like? Well, let me show you. First, let me log out and then log back in, this time as me. Notice now that when we go to our home page that now there's a comment out there. So if I as a teacher go to my control panel and I go to my classes, and I come down here, now I can see the pending comment. Parents, this is more for you than it is for the kids. But what I can see is that I have all the comments. I can look at all of them. I can look at those that are just pending. I can look at the ones that I've already approved, spam, or trash. I'm going to hit approved. Well, there aren't any comments that have been approved. So I go back to comments for me, to our pending, and here's where I'm going to click approve. Now when we go to our class blog, we're going to see welcome and the comment. I'm going to log back out as me and log in as me, the student, so that you can see what that looks like. I'm going to go to the class blog page and I'm going to be able to see it. So when I click on the welcome this time, I'm going to see not only the post, but I'm also going to see my comment. Okay, so now you have your assignment. You need to log in successfully and leave a comment just letting me know that you made it there. You can leave other notes as well, like questions that you may have, difficulties, anything that you're thinking at this point in the blogging exercise. You can leave anything, just so that I can see that you were able to get in and successfully leave a comment. Okay guys, until our next tutorial, that's it for today. Good luck blogging.